The United States President Donald Trump has announced what could become a significant diplomatic moment in West Asia, revealing that the leaders of Israel and Lebanon are expected to hold a direct conversation for the first time in more than 3 decades. According to Donald Trump, the interactions is aimed at creating a little breathing room between the two countries, which have remained technically at war since 1948 and have not maintained formal diplomatic relations. In a post shared on his platform Truth Social, Donald Trump indicated that the meeting would take place on Thursday, describing it as a long overdue exchange between the two sides that have not engaged at leadership level for around 34 years. While he did not explicitly name the participants, the reference is widely understood to point towards Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Lebanese President Joseph. Well, such a high-level interaction is rare and symbolically significant given the long history of hostility between the two nations. And the last known instance of direct engagement between the top leaders dates back to 1983, following the Lebanon War, when the United States helped mediate talks that briefly eased tensions but ultimately failed to produce a lasting agreement. And since then, contacts have been limited, indirect, or conducted through intermediaries, even during periods of heightened conflict. The current push for dialogue comes amid escalating violence along the Israel-Lebanon border. And the situation intensified after Hezbollah, the Iran-backed armed group based in Lebanon, launched attacks on Israel in early March. Well, all these actions were described as retaliation for the killing of Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei during the initial phase of a broader conflict involving the United States and Israel against Iran. The confrontation quickly expanded, drawing Lebanon into the wider regional crisis. And in response, Israel has carried out extensive airstrikes across Lebanese territory and initiated a ground offensive in the southern part of the country. Israel officials have stated that the objective is to weaken Hezbollah's capabilities and establish what they describe as a buffer zone in order to enhance security along the border. However, the scale of the military campaign has led to these significant humanitarian consequences. According to Lebanon's health ministry, more than 2,100 people have been killed since the fighting began, including women, children, and medical personnel. And the violence has also displaced over 1 million civilians, creating a severe humanitarian situation and increasing pressure on the international community in order to intervene diplomatically. Well, on the Israel side, casualties have been reported among soldiers involved in the ground operations, underscoring the intensity of the conflict. Efforts to secure a ceasefire have so far faced obstacles, and Lebanese officials have indicated that any agreement to engage in high-level talks would likely depend on an immediate halt to Israel military operations. Israel, however, has shown reluctance to commit to a ceasefire at this stage, arguing that continued action is necessary in order to achieve its strategic objectives against Hezbollah. And discussions within Israel's security cabinet have reportedly taken place, but no final decision on a ceasefire has been reached. There are indications that a breakthrough could be approaching. Reports also suggest that a ceasefire announcement may follow the completion of Israel operations in key areas such as the southern Lebanon's town of Bint. Meanwhile, diplomatic activity has intensified in Washington, where envoys from both Israel and Lebanon have already held direct talks under U.S. mediation, signaling a possible shift towards de-escalation. And the broader geopolitical context adds further complexity. The conflict in Lebanon has become intertwined with ongoing efforts in order to manage tensions between the United States, Israel, and Iran. And any progress in Israel-Lebanon talks could potentially influence parallel negotiations involving Iran, making this proposed meeting not just a bilateral development, but a part of a larger regional strategy. And if the conversation between the Israel and Lebanese leaders does take place as planned, it could mark a pivotal step towards reducing hostilities, even if only temporarily. While expectations should remain cautious given the deep-rooted nature of the conflict, the mere fact that such a dialogue is being considered reflects a growing recognition of the need for diplomatic solutions amid escalating violence. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.